My family has operated Whit Brothers Market for over 30 years with a dedication to customer service and quality products. Whit Brothers Market is your hometown market where you'll always get hometown service. We're a part of the community and always will be. Stop in and see us soon. Whit Brothers Market on Camden, Wyoming Avenue in Wyoming. If you have any questions, call us 697-6174. Proud sponsor of CR High School Sports.
Got metal? Get it to Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling. Fitzgerald's pays you cash. Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling is environmentally friendly and helping to keep Delmarva clean and green by recycling. So bring your copper, aluminum, and brass, stainless steel, wire, lead, light iron, heavy steel, tractors, farm equipment, lawnmowers, and appliances, barbecue grills, aluminum cans, even cars and trucks. Fitzgerald's is local and family-owned since 1935. Jesus recycles people. Fitzgerald's recycles cars.
It'd sure be nice to get out of the house, get a change of scenery, and try the wonderful atmosphere and home-style food of Smith's Family Restaurant. We'll treat you like you're coming to our house. We're known for great seafood, the best beef and chicken dumplings around, and you've got to try the homemade sweet potato biscuits and homemade rolls. A great place to eat anytime, 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Smith's Family Restaurant. It's worth the drive to eat at Smith's on Route 13 in Greenwood. Call 349-5114.
Is Del One Federal Credit Union right for you? If you live in Delaware, the answer is yes. All Delaware residents can become a member of Del One. Call us at 302-739-4496 or stop by any of our convenient branch locations throughout Delaware to find out how. Visit del-one.org for more information on the amazing benefits Del One Federal Credit Union has to offer. Become a member today. Conditions and restrictions apply. Equal opportunity lender. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA.
Stop in and see the friendly, courteous staff at First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown for all of your automotive needs. We are located in the heart of Henlopen Conference football country, just a short drive from anywhere in Lower Delaware. We carry the full lineup of new Chevrolet cars and trucks, as well as a great selection of Chevrolet certified pre-owned vehicles. Check out the new Silverado pickup, which is all new for this year, and also, we're your exclusive dealer in Lower Delaware for the new Corvette Stingray. Our employees make the difference here at First State Chevrolet. Stop in and see how we put you, the customer, first.
When severe weather strikes, a Generac generator from Satterfield and Ryan.
Hi, I'm Dick O'Neill, listening to Anthony Joseph Sports.
Hey, this is Greg Biffle, driver number 16 3M Ford Fusion, and you're listening to the Del One pregame show with Anthony Joseph.
voice.
He catches at the 20, the 10, touchdown!
You know the game.
High school football.
And now here he is, the voice of Friday night under the lights, Anthony Joseph.
Once again, it's football under the lights with CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7. Tonight, the number 4 seed, the Caesar Rodney Riders, will collide with the number 5 seed, the William Penn Colonials, in the first round of the DIAA tournament. The two teams are very familiar with one another, as this is the 6th time that the two teams have locked up. It's the first one, though, since 1996. The series is tied at 3-3. Caesar Rodney Riders have at the helm their head coach, Mike Schoenwolf, and the William Penn Colonials are guided by Marvin Dooley in his first season as he replaced Bill Cole Jr. Hello, everyone. I'm Anthony Joseph, and my broadcast partner is John Martin. John, it's good to see you there, my friend.
It is good to see you, as always, Anthony, at this amazing game. I love the themes. You got William Penn, an original rich guy. You got Caesar Rodney, an original patriot. The two schools, the cherry and the black, versus the blue and the gold. Should be a great game.
John, William Penn has a rich tradition of outstanding coaches like Bill Cole Sr., Bruce Reynolds, and Bill Cole Jr. First-year head coach Marvin Dooley graduated in 1987 at William Penn and played for Bruce Reynolds. He was a three-sport athlete in football, wrestling, and baseball. Tell us, John, about how Marvin Dooley has led his team to a 7-3 record this year and continued William Penn's winning ways.
Well, what he did was, that's exactly it. He is continuing the winning ways. He has a pedigree himself, and he's also been a part of a long-standing tradition of incredibly tough football at William Penn. And he's also accustomed to rising to the occasion, because a great big school like William Penn, you had to be one of the big sharks to make it to the team. He has been an incredible person, been an incredible leader, and has done a fantastic job. Even when he was away, he always had his eyes looking, one eye on the Colonials.
And last year, the head coach for Christiana. John, how does Caesar Rodney stop William Penn's pistol offense?
They are very disciplined defense. They're accustomed to playing teams with speed, and the way to counteract a pistol offense, which is an offense that is a hybrid offense, the way to beat a team that runs an excellent pistol defense is to be patient, to stay in your lane, to make all of your reads, and to not fall for any of the okey-doke.
Caesar Rodney on offense this year has scored 343 points. Some of the playmakers include Naquan Watkins. In 10 games, Watkins has gained 707 yards rushing and scored 7 touchdowns. Running back Dominique Dorsey has rushed for 509 yards and scored 8 times this season. You are listening to the Del One pregame show. Del One Federal Credit Union has several convenient locations. Becoming a member is very easy. All you have to do is call them, 739-4040-96. 739-4496. Del One, the one way to a better life. And, John, we're expecting a big turnout for the Caesar Rodney Riders as they're hosting round 1 in the DIAA tournament.
That's right, Anthony. And, you know, one of the reasons why we're expecting a great big crowd is because these are two of the largest schools in the state. Between them, almost 5,000 students in their school population. So, big schools, big fans, great night for football. Should be a wonderful turnout.
You're listening to Football Under the Lights on CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7. We'll be back after this.
Hi, this is Laura Witt. My family has operated Witt Brothers Market for over 30 years with a dedication to customer service and quality products. Witt Brothers Market is your hometown market where you'll always get hometown service. We're a part of the community and always will be. Stop in and see us soon. Witt Brothers Market on Camden, Wyoming Avenue in Wyoming. If you have any questions, call us, 697-6174. Proud sponsor of CR High School Sports.
Got metal? Get it to Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling. Fitzgerald's pays you cash. Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling is environmentally friendly and helping to keep Delmarva clean and green by recycling. So bring your copper, aluminum, and brass, stainless steel, wire, lead, light iron, heavy steel, tractors, farm equipment, lawnmowers, and appliances, barbecue grills, aluminum cans, even cars and trucks. Fitzgerald's is local and family-owned since 1935. Jesus recycles people, Fitzgerald's recycles cars.
It'd sure be nice to get out of the house, get a change of scenery, and try the wonderful atmosphere and home-style food of Smith's Family Restaurant. We'll treat you like you're coming to our house. We're known for great seafood, the best beef and chicken dumplings around, and you've got to try the homemade sweet potato biscuits and homemade rolls. A great place to eat anytime, 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Smith's Family Restaurant. It's worth the drive to eat at Smith's on Route 13 in Greenwood. Call 349-5114.
Is Del One Federal Credit Union right for you? If you live in Delaware, the answer is yes. All Delaware residents can become a member of Del One. Call us at 302-739-4 to find out how. Visit Del.org for more information on the amazing benefits Del One Federal Credit Union has to offer. Become a member today. Conditions and restrictions apply. Equal opportunity lender. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA.
Stop in and see the friendly, courteous staff at First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown for all of your automotive needs. We are located in the heart of Henlopen Conference football country, just a short drive from anywhere in Lower Delaware. We carry the full lineup of new Chevrolet cars and trucks, as well as a great selection of Chevrolet certified pre-owned vehicles. Check out the new Silverado pickup, which is all new for this year, and also we're your exclusive dealer in Lower Delaware for the new Corvette.
You're listening once again to the Del One Show. Del One Federal Credit Union has several convenient locations. Becoming a member is so easy. Call them 739-4496. Del One, the one way to a better life. Now, John, I recently interviewed the former NFL head coach, Dick Vermeil, who led the Philadelphia Eagles, St. Louis Rams, and Kansas City Chiefs to the playoffs by his third year. And that's remarkable because all three teams before he arrived had a losing record.
And still, just amazed at your connections. Man, you're rich in human.
Come in, my special guest, Coach Dick Vermeil. He's the former head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles through 1976 to 1982, St. Louis Rams 1997 to 1999, and Kansas City Chiefs 2001 to 2005. Thanks, Coach, for taking the time.
Hey, my pleasure.
During your tenure as the coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, you led them to their first playoff game in 18 seasons in 1978, and you were named NFL's Coach of the Year in 1980 and made it to the Super Bowl in 1980 against the Oakland Raiders. How would you describe your Philadelphia experience?
Well, you know, Philadelphia is a wonderful city. It's a very passionate city in terms of fans, but they are a little bit intense from time to time. But the overall experience is extremely positive. I think the great example of that is that, and verifies that, is that I still live here.
How did it feel to be the NFL's Coach of the Year in 1980?
Well, I appreciate individual recognition, but I never considered myself a great coach. I always considered myself a very fortunate coach. Fortunate to be surrounded by an outstanding organization, outstanding assistant coaches, and a lot of real good football players. The Bergies, the Lemasters, the Bunnings, the Carmichaels, the Jaworskis, the Montgomerys, the Sizemores, the Stan Walters, these kinds of Carl Harrisons, these kind of people, Randy Logan. I'm very, very fortunate to have been been exposed to the opportunity to be with these people.
Now, Coach, you retired in 1982, but returned with the St. Louis Rams in 1997. Why did you feel that was the best fit for you?
Because I didn't think I was doing a good job of coaching. I was so blind to certain things within my own personality, and I was driving myself into a hole so deep I just couldn't get out of it. I would lose a football game, and I would spend the whole week thinking about what I should have done to win the game that I just lost, and not enough time thinking about what I have to do to win the next one coming. And it was a negative influence on me, and I felt the only way I could break myself from it is to get away from the game for a year and take a break. So I left. But then I got hired to go into television, and it was fun. It doubled my salary. In those days, they never paid football coaches very much money. And I only worked 20 weekends a year, and I could really enjoy the game from a different perspective. So that's what I did.
Why did you feel that the Rams were the best fit for you, the best team to come back to?
Well, I had worked for the Rams as a young assistant coach, starting all the way back in 1969. And when Georgia Frontier, then Georgia Rosenblum, and Carol Rosenblum bought the Rams, I was there on the staff, and they asked me to stay. And so I developed a relationship with that family, in 71 and 72, those years back there. And every year that job was ever open.
Now, you eventually led the Rams to their first ever Super Bowl victory in 2000 with a 23-16 win over the Tennessee Titans. Your defense stopped the Titans 1 yard short of the goal line. Was that your most memorable defensive moment in your time with the Rams?
It might be the most memorable moment because it was so dynamic, so dramatic.
How did it feel to be known as a Super Bowl coach, and do fans ask to see your Super Bowl ring?
I wear the Super Bowl ring to social functions, mainly because a lot of people have never seen one. And people always say, geez, you coached your Super Bowl, let me see your Super Bowl ring. I very seldom wear it. First, it's awfully big. And to me, it's a source of stimulation in regard to memory. And it makes me think about all the people that I was with when we won it, what it took to win it, more than I look at it as a reward or a piece of jewelry. To me, it's a keepsake in terms of memories.
Now, Texans head coach Gary Kubiak returned to work in a limited basis on Monday after his mini-stroke on November the 2nd. There's a general consensus around the league that NFL coaches spend a lot of time in the facility looking at tape. And how do you balance spending so many hours at the facility and trying to be healthy?
You don't. You do what you have to do. The owners are only concerned with winning. Coaches are only concerned with winning. So they're all on the same page. And, each coach is an individual. Each coach has his own personality profile. Each coach developed his own personality long before becoming a head coach. And they know what they're getting into. And you get driven to win because that's what you're paid to do. And anything short is not good enough. And that's all a reflection of you and your ability to teach and coach and lead. And so you drive yourself to keep trying to find a way to do it better. And there is no excuse for not doing it better in the National Football League. You either do it better and win or you get fired. That's all there is to it. And, like all professions, leaders have pride, coaches have pride, and their pride is exposed to the country every weekend. So it's a very tough situation, but again, it depends, I think, on the person in that situation. Some people handle it real well. Some people don't handle it as well. I handled it a lot better the second time around.
Is it better if you're a young coach? Is it a lot easier to take care of the demanding issues that you're going to have week in and week out if you're just a young coach?
Well, I think it's better as an older coach because you have more wisdom. You've corrected your mistakes. You learn how to discipline your time. You know but at what hour you're just spinning your wheels, you're better off sleeping. You learn these things through experience. And I certainly did. And so I think sometimes as a young coach, you think you're invincible. I can remember not going to bed at all. So, which was not smart. But I didn't have the wisdom and I wasn't willing to listen to other people. But I think as you get older, you get smarter just because you're more willing to listen and you know yourself better.
That's a great point.
Hey, this is Greg Biffle, driver the number 16 3M Ford Fusion, and you're listening to the Del One pregame show with Anthony Joseph.
And that was part one of my one-on-one interview with the former head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, St. Louis Rams, and Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure you tune in for the halftime show and hear the second part of my interview with Coach Dick Vermeil. John, it's always a good talking with Coach Vermeil, and he had, I thought, some interesting points.
Yes, he did, and he's a humble man, but still has all of the personality and the candor that he used to have, not only as a coach but as a game analyst. And it's pretty funny how he mentioned that. He doesn't want to wear that ring; it's just too big.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I'd like to have that problem.
That's for sure. You're listening to Football Under the Lights on CatchAlive.com and High Country 107.7. We'll be back after this.
Is Del One Federal Credit Union right for you? If you live in Delaware, the answer is yes. All Delaware residents can become a member of Del One. Call us at 302-739-4496 or stop by any of our convenient branch locations throughout Delaware to find out how. Visit del-one.org for more information on the amazing benefits Del One Federal Credit Union has to offer. Become a member today. Conditions and restrictions apply. Equal opportunity lender. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA.
Got metal? Get it to Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling. Fitzgerald's pays you cash. Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling is environmentally friendly and helping to keep Delmarva clean and green by recycling. So bring your copper, aluminum, and brass, stainless steel, wire, lead, light iron, heavy steel, tractors, farm equipment, lawnmowers, and appliances, barbecue grills, aluminum cans, even cars and trucks. Fitzgerald's is local and family-owned since 1935. Jesus recycles people. Fitzgerald's recycles cars.
It'd sure be nice to get out of the house, get a change of scenery, and try the wonderful atmosphere and home-style food of Smith's Family Restaurant. We'll treat you like you're coming to our house. We're known for great seafood, the best beef and chicken dumplings around, and you've got to try the homemade sweet potato biscuits and homemade rolls. A great place to eat anytime, 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Smith's Family Restaurant. It's worth the drive to eat at Smith's on Route 13 in Greenwood. Call 349-5114.
I'm Gary Rhodes from Milford Southern States. Expect nothing less than a superior performance day when using a Mahindra tractor. The Mahindra tractor can lift heavy loads, and with its cast iron chassis, it provides traction, stability, and control. At Milford Southern States, we feature a full line of Mahindra tractors, including the 3616 four-wheel drive that can carry firewood, dirt, manure, and also clear away snow. It also comes with a deluxe suspension and an easy access fuel tank. Call us at Milford Southern States, 422-8066. Farmer owned since 1923.
When severe weather strikes, a Generac generator from Satterfield and Ryan will keep your home running smoothly and your family safe and secure. Satterfield and Ryan is Delaware's only elite power pro dealer, providing professional sales, superior service, and quality repairs. Satterfield and Ryan in Milford, online at delawaregenerators.net. Call 302-422-4919. Satterfield and Ryan. Get the job done right the first time.
First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown is your local Chevrolet dealer in the heart of Henlopen Conference football country. They carry the full lineup of new Chevrolet cars and trucks, including the all-new Chevy Corvette Stingray. We're the one stop for all your automotive needs with a full-service facility and a state-of-the-art collision center all in one location. First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown. You can give us a call at 856-2521 in Delaware or visit us on the web at firststatechevy.com, where they put you, the customer, first.
Hi, I'm Dick Vermeil, listening to Anthony Joseph Sports.
And welcome back. You're listening to Football Under the Lights on CatchAlive.com and High Country 107.7. And John, after the game, we will announce the Delaware Electric Player of the Game.
That's always exciting, and we really had a wonderful time with our co-players of the game last week. Some goodwill that we were able to spread, and a nice opportunity to get a chance to talk to some players. Alex Kent was also played a really outstanding game. Would love to be able to come to us and tell us how well he did after a win.
And We are listening to the national anthem, and we're going to take a brief commercial break. We'll be back after this.
Trailers, trailers, trailers. Jim Weller here, and if you need a trailer, give me a call. Open and closed, new, used, rusty, dusty, whatever. If you need a used trailer, give me a call. Got a used trailer you want to sell? Give me a call. Want to talk turkey? Give me a call. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hey folks, Colin Walls here for Walls Service Center. Have you turned your car's AC on only to find out it's blowing hot air? Are you tired of the quick fix that only lasts a couple of days? If so, come see me at Walls Service Center. Walls Service Center has been automotive air conditioning specialist for over 50 years. Stop in. We're located on Northeast Front Street in downtown Milford, or give us a call. 422-8110.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Weller's in Bridgeville, and today let's talk about carports. Different roof styles, colors, shapes, sizes, lengths, widths, and so on. If you need a carport, call Weller's today. They include free delivery and setup right to your yard. Give me a call today.
Catch it live streaming of your events in high-definition video to anywhere in the world. Call Jim at 337-7300, 337-7300, 337-7300. No event too small. This game is brought to you by Del One Federal Credit Union, Southern States of Milford, Smith's Family Restaurant, First State Chevrolet, Satterfield and Ryan, Witt Brothers Market, Jen Moore Florist, Wireless Zone, Weller's Utility Trailers, Walls Service Center, and Delaware Electric Co-op.
Hey, this is Greg Biffle, driver number 16 3M Ford Fusion, and you're listening to Del One pregame show with Anthony Joseph.
And welcome back. We're live in Camden as tonight it's round one of the DIAA tournament. The William Penn Colonials, the number 5 seed, taking on the number 4 seed, the Caesar Rodney Riders. And John, what can we expect from tonight's contest?
Lots of pounding, big football players on both sides, just because they've got plenty of players to choose from. They've got size in the line, and they've got skilled players. I'm looking to see two teams steeped in tradition be prepared to shoot it out under the lights tonight, Anthony.
Now, John, last evening, usually we're doing a game. It's Friday night football under the lights on CatchAlive.com and Hot Country. But tonight we wanted to make sure that we covered the Caesar Rodney Riders, and that's why we're live in Camden. But last night there were some other games going on. We had the Dover Senators with Dante Jones in his first season as they rallied from a deficit in the closing minutes, about 5 minutes left. I was going on Twitter, and some of the fans thought the game was over with. They thought St. Mark's were going to advance. Instead, Nick Spadafino, the senior Nick Spadafino, rallies his team, and they are victorious against the St. Mark Spartans. You had the number 3 seed, 8-2 Dover, going into that game against 7-3, the number 6 seed, St. Mark's, and now 9-2 on the season, and they will take on Sally's next Saturday night.
How about the performance by Tavares Sample? And he is a second-generation Dover High Senator. His father played basketball for Dover High School, Troy Gibson, and he's an outstanding. He comes from a great family, and put out a tremendous performance yesterday.
Another game, St. George's, the number 1 seed. This is now Division II. 9-1 on the year, entering on last night's contest. Now they're 10-1 as they defeated the number 8 seed, Indian River Indians. And Indian River lost 42-35 as they tried to upset the number 1 seed, St. George's, but could not.
Yes, St. George's. They've got a tremendous team. They've got some really skilled offensive ball players. The Indian River tried to give them all that they can handle.
And John, another game. It was a real good one. Woodbridge defeating the number 3 seed. Going into that game, it was undefeated Tower Hill taking on the Woodbridge Raiders, and Woodbridge defeats Tower Hill 28-21. And in those closing minutes in the fourth quarter between the two teams, the coach for Tower Hill had a tough decision. He went for 2, did not get it, and that's why Tower Hill basically lost that game to the Woodbridge Raiders, the number 6 seed.
Well, shout out to the Woodbridge Blue Raiders and our downstate listeners. One of the things we talked about, Anthony, is that with a state this small, typically as bitter as some of the rivalries are, when the downstate teams, they tend to bond together and try to support themselves because they feel oftentimes like a little bit of an underdog against the big powerhouses upstate above the ditch.
And John Ed Manlove has done a great job turning around that program. The last 2 seasons, his team was 2-8. It's the first time that they have made the playoffs since 2000.
That's right, and he's good friends with Freddie Alfredo Johnson. The coaches, they're part of a fraternity. They support one another. They typically will encourage their teams to even exhibit good sportsmanship. Make no bones about it, though, Anthony. They still always play to win. Even if they are gentlemen, even if they're scholar athletes, they're still trying to win. Everybody wants the chip.
Well, we have a moment. I'd like to thank Wireless Zone. Wireless Zone has 3 locations, John: Milford, Harrington, and Middletown. Wireless Zone, Verizon Wireless Premium Retailer. And, John, now we have Caesar Rodney. They have just come out onto the field, and some of the fans cheering on their riders. And now we have William Penn as they're running through and storming onto the field also on the opposing sidelines. There's a good crowd on hand in Camden, as Camden has a spacious bleacher section.
Yes, they do. They have quite a spacious section, and it's still a little bit early. I would have thought that it would have been packed by now, but fans will still continue to trickle in as we look outside, and we can still see that the cars are steadily coming in. So perhaps it will be filled to capacity before the time the game is over.
And, John, we kind of expect this now. We're in November. It's football weather. It's not sunny and warm anymore, as the days are shorter, and so you had to bring a heavy coat, and some of the fans are bringing their blue and yellow scarves and blue jackets, and they're wearing their hats supporting the Caesar Rodney Nation.
That's right. I'll tell you what else I expected, too, and I'm going to keep my eye out there. Since we had games last night, I expect to see some of the proud winners of last night's game, too, coming out and strutting their stuff, peacocking a little bit in their Letterman jackets. So I expect maybe to see a couple of Middletown jackets, some Dover High School jackets. This is a pretty close game, and opportunity to come out and see some fantastic football right in the capital city.
And that's a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that, because of Middletown. They will take on the winner of this contest next Friday night in Middletown. And I would say this is a good way to scout your opposing team instead of relying on the game tape.
That's right. Absolutely. Get an opportunity to come down. And for Middletown, what an amazing second opportunity to get another close look. Third opportunity, actually, if you include the scrimmage game that they had in preseason. So I'm sure that if Middletown comes here, they'll have their pen and pad ready, and we'll be trying to find out just how to beat whoever comes out victorious in this contest.
John, the coin toss just happened between the Riders and the Colonials. Caesar Rodney won, and they elected to receive the ball, as DJ Johnson was out there for Mike Show and Wolf.
DJ Johnson, and what kind of game did he have last week?
He was the co-player of the game, Delaware Electric co-player of the game with Dominic Dorsey. And we got to interview DJ after the game, and you even interviewed his mother, which was kind of cool, too.
That was, man. It was a nice opportunity to spread some goodwill and reach out and help us build our fan base. We really want to make sure that we continue to grow some of our downstate listeners. We certainly are glad to have you, and we certainly appreciate our sponsors. So, Anthony, it looks like we're getting ready for some football. So let's hear it, Mr. Voice of Delaware Football.
And you have been listening to the Del One pregame show. Now we're getting ready for kickoff between the William Penn Colonials and the Caesar Rodney Riders. John, I'm ready for some football.
Yes, indeed.
And Wicks back deep for the Riders, standing at his own 10-yard line. That's Ion. William Penn, that's a short squib, fielded at the 20. 25. Middle of the field, and he's taken to about that 29-yard line. Great field position for the senior quarterback, Alex Kemp.
That's right, and Alex Kemp, he does a very nice job of running the offense. He's an extension of the coach. He's pretty cool under pressure, and he looks like he's ready for the game. He's pretty excited about this contest and hopes to be able to lead his Riders to victory.
Caesar Rodney has 28 seniors on this squad. Kemp, wing T formation. First down and 10, ball at the 29-yard line. First flag of the game on the first play. Offensive play for the Riders. And last week, John, it was Caesar Rodney taking on the Dover Senators, and Dover in the first quarter had numerous penalties. And it's going to be a personal foul against the William Penn Colonials. And Caesar Rodney last week against the Senators took advantage of those penalties. They scored early to jump out front, and I think it took away Dover's kind of a running game. They had to rely more up on the pass because they were behind early.
Yes, they did.
Kemp under center. It's first down and 5 now. Ball advanced to 35. Straight ahead running, that's G.J. Johnson. That's a hard hit by number 82 from William Penn making the stop. Frank Burton, 6'2". He's also the starting tight end for the Colonials. And Kemp getting a play from his head coach, Mike Schoenwolf.
Second down and 4 for the Riders.
To second down and short, just underway, first quarter, 11:26. Riders, wing T formation. Ball snapped. It's handed off straight ahead. That's Watkins for about 3 or 4 yards. It's going to bring up a manageable third down situation.
And he did a nice job, too, adjusting that play. It looked like he was going to run that play around the end, but he turned at the last minute, cut it right off the tackle, and was able to pick up enough for the first down.
I thought he was maybe a couple inches short, but they gave him a good favorable spot.
A generous Caesar Rodney spot.
First down and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line of the Riders. Play action. No, instead it's number 23 on the edge as Watkins kind of rolled out and act like he had the ball, and it fooled some of the William Penn Colonials.
Well, it didn't fool Martin Ayon because he was able to make a beautiful tackle. He plays safety for the Cherry and the Black and took him down for a 3-yard loss.
10:23 first quarter, 0-0. It's a second down and long at the 40. Wing T formation, Kemp. He's back to pass this time. And it's almost picked off his 10 wide receiver, Kendall Wicks, but number 3 stepped right out in front of Wicks and almost intercepted that at midfield.
That's right. That was the senior, number 3, Deshaun Smith, that almost stepped up and had the pickoff for the Colonials.
And we'll see Deshaun Smith on offense, one of the favorite targets for D.J. Johnson, the quarterback for William Penn. 10-11, first quarter, 0-0. It's a third down and 13. Still ball resting at the 40-yard line. Kemp under center. He's back to pass. He rolls out. He's got Wicks. Incomplete. He threw the ball too close to the Caesar Rodney sidelines, and he was forced out. Pass incomplete. Well defended. Man-to-man coverage. Deshaun Smith. And it brings up.
I was just wondering, perhaps he's just a little bit tentative on the pass because Deshaun Smith, as you mentioned, he's an incredible target as a wide receiver, so that makes him also deadly as a defender.
It's going to bring up the first punt, and Alex Kemp, the quarterback and also punter for Mike Schoenwolf. Deep man. And that's Smith standing back at his 30-yard line. 10:04 first quarter, 0-0. Colonials taking on the Caesar Rodney Riders. Kemp, it's a high, deep kick. And Smith's got a back pedal. He catches it, though, at the 10. Breaking a couple tackles. But they push him, as DJ Johnson on special teams, pushes him in the opposite direction, and that's a big loss. He lost a couple yards with Johnson in that hard hit.
He did. And Kemp, man, what a valuable member of the team. I mean, he is the heart and soul of the offense and is still able to make a nice utility punt. Gets them all the way down in the red zone. Kemp.
Clock continues to wind. 9:52. First quarter, 0-0. First round of the DIAA tournament. And that's Johnson. He's in the shotgun. DJ Johnson. It's a low snap. It's a fumble. And I believe Johnson recovers it, the sophomore quarterback.
Covered by William Penn. Brandon Moore on the stop for the Riders.
It's going to bring up a second down and long. This game is very reminiscent, John, of last week's contest between the Senators and the Riders. Dover committed a lot of penalties and turnovers, and Caesar Rodney capitalized. It's a second down and long at the 10. Shotgun, that's Johnson. He hands it off, straight ahead running, and Reggie Carroll is one of the feature backs for the Colonials. That's a minimal gain. 9:03 first quarter, 0-0. And coming up at halftime, it's part two of my one-on-one interview with former Philadelphia Eagles coach Dick Vermeil.
Well, Anthony, if you can get Dick Vermeil, I just wonder who you'll get the following week.
We have somebody lined up, but we're not going to announce it yet. Third down. Ball at the 15-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun. And that was a running play that did not develop. Number 78 with the stop for the Riders. Brendan Moore, defensive tackle. And also Joshua Herman, number 75, ganging up, stopping the Colonial play. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down and 9. And William Penn's going to have to punt it away deep in their own territory. And that's Kendall Wicks standing back at the 40-yard line of the Colonials. That's Ion, the punter. That's a short kick, not very deep. It takes a good Colonial bounce at midfield. Wicks, that's where he recovers it. Now he's going down the sideline racing. 35-30. He's just so quick.
He's quick as a hiccup, and I tell you what, he's probably pretty glad that he was able to get some positive yards out of that. Typically, Anthony, if you see a kick like that, schools will have a code. They'll say something, get away, run away, poison, or something like that. He ignored it, and he touched the hot pot, but he turned it into something positive.
And the Colonials on special teams, I think they were so stunned that they were not in pursuit of Wicks, and that's why he raced down the CR sidelines. A 1st down and 10 at the 25. It's a running play straight ahead.
And once again, not to continue to harp on Kemp, but you got to love a quarterback that carries out the fakes. In order for the fakes to work, you have to be meticulous. You have to do it the same way every time. You can't take a play off, and he does carry out the ball fakes well.
Dominic Dorsey on that last running play. It's a 2nd down and 4 at the 20 of the Colonials. Kemp hands it off. Number 34, that's Cody Connell on the edge. And he gets enough for the 1st down. 7:05 first quarter. The Colonial 0. Caesar Rodney 0. But they're driving, and they have an opportunity to strike first.
30 inches for the Riders.
Thought he got enough for a 1st down, and on this one they said he did not. A yard short, 3rd down and short. Ball's handed off. That's Dominique Dorsey. Now he's pushing the pile, and he advances it to about that 10-yard line.
1st down, Riders.
And that's right. Anytime Dorsey gets the ball, it's a pretty tall order to try to bring him down. He's a nice load.
6:34, first quarter, 0-0. Caesar Rodney, they're trying to advance. to play Middletown once again in the playoffs. Last year they took on the Cavaliers and almost defeated them. That's a handoff. That's Watkins straight ahead on the draw play, and it was a big gain. Number 66 making the stop for the Colonials, Brandon Dooley.
In a well-executed play, lots of movement, lots of hedges and fakes, and a beautiful play that takes time to develop, but got the yards they need.
It's a second down and short. Ball now placed at the 5-yard line. Kemp hands it off to the carrier straight ahead as Connell had a block. And that's Dominic Dorsey. .529 first quarter. It's going to bring up a third down and about 3. Dorsey gained a yard, so it's going to be 4 yards to go before you get a touchdown for Caesar Rodney. Kemp, wing T formation, man in motion. A flag on the play. Second one we've seen. First one was against William Penn. Personal foul. And once again, it's against the Colonials. It's going to be half the distance. And Kemp, it allows Kemp to go to the sideline to get the play from Mike Schoenwolf. So now it's a even shorter third down situation for him.
So they can still pick up a first down here, Anthony.
Kemp hands it off. And believe he got enough for the first down. And that was Dorsey once again. As Watkins had a key hit. First down and goal for the Caesar Rodney Riders, not that 1-yard line, 4:49. First quarter. It's the first round of the DIAA playoffs. I'm Anthony Joseph, my broadcast partner, John Martin.
And I tell you what, they're playing my dad's favorite kind of ball. It's pounded, pounded, pounded. 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Kemp hands it off. And the ball carrier straight ahead. Dominic Dorsey scores for the Riders.
And they're ringing that bell, Anthony, that celebration, the Rider celebration after a touchdown. And Dorsey picking up continuing where he left off last week. He had an incredible game last week, and he is the one that hits pay dirt first for the Riders.
6-0 for Caesar Rodney. Kemp, the holder, ball's down. It is up, and it is good. As Caesar Rodney on top, 7-0, 4:32 first quarter.
Did you know that smoking costs each household in Delaware $626 yearly? Even if no one
John, what are your thoughts so far of this game?
Well, so far, I mean, a lot of time has elapsed in the game, so they're doing an awful lot of running. The clock is typically only stopping when they've had some turnovers or worked their way out of bounds. So it is smash mouth football, and Caesar Rodney is doing what they do best.
John, there's one other game going on tonight. It's in Division II. It's the Caravel Bucks taking on the Delmar Wildcats live in Delmar. And at the first quarter mark, it's 7-0 Caravel on top of Coach Dave Hearn. And now, Caesar Rodney getting ready to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Deep man, that's Smith back at his own goal line. It's a short squib. It's fielded by number 82. He loses it and recovers his own fumble at the 20-yard line. And that's Frank Burton, the tight end.
Oh, boy, and that one frustrated some of the coaches. He was, in hindsight, it's better to be safe than sorry, but that play was pretty frustrating to the staff and pretty obvious from some of the gyrations.
Johnson He's going to take over first down and 10 at the 20-yard line, the sophomore quarterback. It's in that shotgun. One running back. Number 6, the man in motion. That's Floyd. It's handed off on that far side for about 4 or 5 yards. Trying to stretch out the CR defense.
And you got to like the William Penn offense. There's an awful lot of play action involved in their offense, and the best way to give a team a hard time is to do what they do to you.
It's a second down and 4 now, bought the 26-yard line of the Colonials. Shotgun ball's handed off, straight ahead running, and Caesar Rodney stops the carrier right away for about a yard if he's lucky.
Minimal gain on the play.
As Caesar Rodney, they're using these 8 or 9-man fronts because it seems, even with this pistol offense, they keep pounding the ball, and you're going to have to open it up and throw it so you're not crowding the box as much. It's a third down and 3 at the 27-yard line. It's a pitch near side, 25-yard line, knocked out of bounds at, that 37.
Knocked out of bounds by Dominic Dorsey and Peter Lewis. Flag on the play.
And that carry was by Reginald Carroll, the 5'8" junior. And he's got wheels, Anthony.
One of the key playmakers for Marvin Dooley in his first year for the Colonials. 3:14 first quarter. And that's a penalty against William Penn, and instead of a third down and short, you're at the 27. They're taking the ball near that 25-yard line and negates that great run that they had.
That was a pretty nice run
by Reggie Carroll.
And now that leaves them with third and about 7, Anthony, about mid-deep in their own territory.
Ball at the 24-yard line, third down and about 6. Shotgun. Johnson takes the snap. He's going to throw it. He's got a man wide open, and it's intercepted as the defensive back came over when the ball was in the air, and that's number 2, Miles. He had good, Johnson had good pass protection. And then Arthur Miles, when the ball was in the air, came over from that defensive back position. And the ball just was in the air too long. Yeah, and that's why Miles intercepted it as a big turnover for the Colonials, because if the reception was successful, the ball would have been at the 35-yard line. Instead, that's where Caesar Rodney takes over. First down and 10. Wing T formation. That's a counter. That's Watkins. Midfield. 45, 40, 35, 30, and he's taken about that 20-yard line on the right side.
And what a difference a possession makes. You made a great point about that pass. But it had to have been a perfectly thrown ball in order for the quarterback to make a reception. 2-on-1, and the Riders come away with the interception. And now look at him again, threatening. Just on the 25-yard line, just outside the red zone.
So first down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Wing T formation, man in motion, straight ahead running, DJ Johnson. Makes his way near the 15-yard line. And John, last week in the second half, Coach Schoenwolf was relying on DJ Johnson to pound the ball. He scored a touchdown, and it seemed in those critical situations when Dover was trying to strip the ball, he had both hands on the ball and did a great job, and that's why he was go ahead there. I thought you were going to tell me player of the game.
I was just going to say he's just so reliable and someone that you could count on, and couldn't be a finer young man.
And that's Cody Connell on the play. But last week, the Delaware Electric players of the game, Dominic Dorsey and D.J. Johnson. 2:03, first quarter, 7-0, Caesar Rodney over William Penn. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about a yard at the 16-yard line. Kemp under center, wing T formation's got Wicks on the left side. Ball's handed off. That's DJ Johnson up the middle. He twists and turns and gets the 1st down. Takes it to about that 9-yard line inside the red zone. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
And they're just pounding, and they're eating away at that clock as well. And Riggins-like was DJ Johnson on that carry.
It's a 1st down and 10. Kemp under center. Handed off. Left side, Cody Connell takes it to about the 5-yard line of the Colonials.
Kyler Murray on the stop for William Penn.
Clock continues to run. About a minute remaining in this quarter. The Colonials 0. Caesar Rodney 7. They have the ball. Trying to add to their lead. Score again. Wing T formation. Johnson in the backfield. And Kempstead going to roll to his right. Throws it in the end zone. And it is caught for the touchdown. I believe that's Seth Brocious, number 83, the tight end. As normally, John, you'll have Brocious lining up at the tight end position, blocking for Watkins or Dorsey in those running plays. But this time, Coach Sean Wolf and Alex Kemp dialed up a play just for Brocious, and it worked out for him.
Yeah, and that ball was thrown like an ice rope. Kemp is doing a beautiful job so far.
Kemp, the placeholder. Ball's up, and it is good. Caesar Rodney, 14. William Penn, 0. 43.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's the first round of the DIAA tournament tonight, Division I action. And the winner will take on the number 1 seed, the Middletown Cavaliers, next Friday night in Middletown.
Now, we talked a little bit about the fact that Middletown lost the game, and they had, were working on a perfect season. And you just got to wonder if a loss sometimes doesn't cause a team, give a team a reason to refocus. What are your thoughts on that, Anthony?
John, what I wanted to mention, we'll get back to that, but there's a Brocious jersey. As I'm looking down, and a lot of Caesar Rodney fans, some supporting their Rider football with their jackets, their blue and yellow jackets, and then Brocious has a jersey. I wonder if that's the father supporting his
Papa
son.
Brocious. That's right. We saw him last week. He loves his son.
And we're back to the action. It's a deep kick, bounces in the end zone for the touchback. That's a lot of Caesar Rodney merchandise being sold.
Lots of Caesar Rodney merchandise. Some official, probably some homemade.
43.8 seconds, first quarter. 14-0, Caesar Rodney on top. Johnson, the young quarterback, a sophomore, shotgun. Looks like Caesar Rodney almost jumped off sides. And it's handed off, number 6. That's Floyd on the outside. Find his lead blockers. About 5 or 6 yards.
He's brought down by DJ Johnson. And that tackle saved potentially huge gain by the Colonials.
And Dominique Dorsey scored first for Caesar Rodney. Had a 1-yard touchdown run. Put him up 6-0 at the 4:32 mark. Colonials, 2nd down and 2 at the 28. And that's a draw play straight ahead to big yards. He's at the 50, 45, 40. Racing down the sidelines, 30, 25,
Oh,
20,
and nobody's going to catch him, Anthony.
Touchdown, William Penn. Reggie Carroll, the feature back for Marvin Dooley.
10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. It just simply became a sprint, and nobody was going to catch him, Anthony.
You're stretching out that Caesar Rodney defense. You had positive yardage on that previous play, and then you just hand it off because Floyd was the ball carrier before Carroll. And Carroll just went down the sidelines, the Colonial sidelines, untouched. And it's 14-6, and that's the last play of the first quarter, but they are going to try this PAT. Ball's down. Snap is good. It is up. And it's 14-7. Caesar Rodney and William Penn. That's the end of the first quarter. You're listening to Saturday Night Football Under the Lights on CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7. We're back after this.
Is Del One Federal Credit Union right for you? If you live in Delaware, the answer is yes. All Delaware residents can become a member of Del One. Call us at 302-739-4496 or stop by any of our convenient branch locations throughout Delaware to find out how. Visit del-one.org for more information on the amazing benefits Del One Federal Credit Union has to offer. Become a member today. Conditions and restrictions apply. Equal opportunity lender. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA.
You are listening to Friday Night Under the Lights with CatchItLive.com's play-by-play announcer, Anthony Joseph, on Hot Country 107.7 FM.
And we're back to start the second quarter. William Penn just got on the scoreboard, and that's 14-7. We have another scoring update now in the second quarter. You have the Caravel Bucks taking on the Delmar Wildcats, and it's a close game, 7-7 in Delmar. It's the Division II game. It's the Division I contest. William Penn taking on the Caesar Rodney Riders live in Camden. Martin Ion, sorry there, John. Martin Ion getting ready to kick it off at his own 40-yard line. I was going to say that Kendall Wick standing deep at his own 10. Ion, squib kick. It's fielded, or tried to be fielded by Dorsey. Goes through his hands. Said Wicks recovers it at the 15. He's changing sides from left to right, and he takes it out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
Now, that was an interesting kick. I mean, I don't know how we can reanimate that on the radio, but I don't know whether that was intentional, whether or not he slipped, but it was effective. It kept him from getting a big return.
I think John Dooley was trying to keep the ball away from the dangerous Kendall Wicks and kick it short, but instead Dorsey went right through his hands, and then luckily Wicks recovered it.
Well, it almost looked like a little bit of martial arts because he ran up and just sort of slid down there and pooched that kick. Never seen anything quite like it.
It's a first down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Kemp airs it out. His man Wicks, but he slips at the 45-yard line of the Colonials, and I think that's a pass interference call. Should be against the Colonials, but we'll have to see. As Kemp, that was a tight spiral near the CR sidelines. And it was accurate, too, but Wicks, he just slipped, and that was because of the interference by the defensive back from the Colonials. 11:44 just underway in the second quarter, 14-7. CR with the lead, and it is against the Colonials. Instead of perhaps giving up the touchdown, because this was man-to-man coverage, you get a 15-yard pass interference penalty instead of giving up 6 points. It's smart when you have the safety not around helping you out.
Yeah, but and it was unintentional too. The young man just happened to tangle up legs, and it was just unfortunate. But Kemp, he sure throws a nice pass.
First down and 10 at the 45 of the Riders. That's Watkins straight ahead, 45-40, taking it into Colonial territory. I believe that was number 82 making the stop, Frank Burton. There's a lot of these players playing both ways. Kemp going to the sidelines. Got the play, now he's back. 11:37, second quarter, 14-7. Riders taking on the Colonials.
I'll tell you what, Anthony, Kemp looks like a traffic cop out there, the way he's directing things. I mean, puts his hand in one place, fakes it the other way, and he is moving the ball down the field at will.
Wing T formation. Connell in motion. Ball's handed off. Number 23. Set to 35, 30, 25, 20, and forced out of bounds.
Quan Watkins on the carry. Knocked out of bounds by number 11, Cole Slay.
Kyler Murray on the stop for the Colonials. Watkins on the carry. Quan. So first down and 10 at the 26. 11-12, second quarter. Kemp under center. Wing T formation's got Dorsey. I believe that's Watkins. It's handed off to Watkins. Right side.
Quan Watkins again on the carry.
And he's knocked out near that 18-yard line.
Still a gain of nearly 5 on the play. So 3.
And Marvin Dooley, John, needs his defense to stop this potent Caesar Rodney offense that averages over about 34 points a contest. Kemp under center, wing T formation. It's got Connell, Dorsey in the backfield, handing off to Dorsey. Straight ahead, bulldozing his way inside the 5-yard line. That was just an easy handoff. The center got out of the way, and there was a big enough hole.
Oh, you could have driven a car through that. And again, that's just a testament to the patience and the deliberate way they deliver their offense.